I help you?
How you doing, Miss Frost?
Doing all right, I suppose.
How do you do?
Can't hear you if you're speaking.
How do you do?
I said I'm doing all right, I suppose.
Well, any idea why there's a group of folks in town trying to chase you down?
Did they say that?
Well, I was riding and they asked me who that was in front of me, and I said I think that's Holly Frost. And
You had to tell.
then they all turned around and started chasing after you.
Great. Yeah, I changed outfits since then.
Wish my horse was that nice.
What are you hard about what's going on?
And got a different horse, it looks like.
Yep. My best bet is they's looking for someone that they know I know.
Hey,
And they're gonna
Oh,
want.
I know they're looking for Jack Kettleman.
giddy up there.
Okay. Well. I saw
A
them.
lot of folks looking for Jack Kettleman. There's $2,500 price tag on his head.
Is that how much it is?
Well, to deliver him alive.
Okay.
I hear it's only $1,000 dead.
You hear it's only 1,000 what?
If they bring a body in.
Right. Yeah, I saw them chasing someone else out of town, presumably to question them about it.
Hey,
Oh,
Well, you're in a rock and a hard place, right?
yes, I am.
Well,
I told Jack to stay out of things. I told him to go away. And he just chooses instead to gamble with everyone else's lives, everyone around him.
well, now you got folks saying he's a snitch.
Yeah, I know. And I cannot hope to resolve that situation until Sunday. I'm doing all that I can. I certainly am not, though. It's a bad case of miscommunication and wrong place, wrong time.
Well, that I think that whole being called snitch played into Jack stabbing the barman too.
Yeah, it most certainly did, even though I told him to stay out of it. And he didn't. He can't control himself. I don't know how to cut him off if he says that he's done and then goes and does something like that.
Well, I don't see a lot of ways out for Jack.
Neither do I.
He can try to kill everyone. Well, I guess he can try to kill Gavin Summers and everyone in the Gavin Summers gang. And at that point, he probably gonna have to kill Waters and everyone in their little group of fellas.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna die.
I
Or he
told-
can pack up his shit and leave the crossing. I don't see a whole lot of ways out of this. And
I'm just trying to avoid everything around that and not doing a very good job at it.
Enjoy the night, miss.
Okay. Which way's you going?
well, I'm going a little east of here, but I figured I'd give you a little bit of cover.
Thank you. Yeah, ran into town, changed outfits, and tried to slip away.
Yeah, I can't speak for why that fella decided to stab the barman.
Yeah, I can't be associated with him in any way. Biggs kept saying, well, he shot a man for you, Holly.
Yeah,
And now he stabbed someone. And I told him not to get involved.
not only he stabbed someone, he threatened to kill the governor over him saying that she's a snitch.
Governor wants me to meet him alone. He specified alone. He keeps reiterating that he's fair and that he keeps his word. And that if I meet him alone, I won't be harmed. Do I believe him?
Well, I can't answer that question for you. I know that, I don't know what you believe in, whether you believe in voodoo, hoodoo, and curses and whatnot. I know that, he picked up that lady Sawyer, or had her picked up, and, put some kind of curse on her. Some kind of voodoo curse. Drew all up on her head with blood and dipped her hands in blood and some other shit.
I don't really know what I believe in regards to that sort of stuff, but I just don't know. I feel like if I don't go meet with him, then I'm going to be hunted down. And that meeting with him is probably the best option that I've got. But he's not the only one who's used the phrase between a rock and a hard place to stay. So.
Yeah.
All this because I went to Van Horn to try and sell my mesh, and well, Fox can't keep his mouth shut.
Well, they said you was snooping around the base of the tower. Now, why would you be doing that?
I thought I saw some people up in the tower, so I walked over to see if I could see if anyone was around. I didn't see anyone, so I started walking back. Isabel walked up, asked me what I was doing. I said I was looking for people to sell the mesh to, and she said that they wasn't there, so I left town. And I thought maybe I'd go up to Annesburg, see if maybe people weren't up there because there's a telegram station. And on my way there, I collided with some fella, and my horse was not getting up right away, so I asked for a ride back to to Van Horn. Then I got another horse and left town. But I think from what I heard is, as soon as I left town the first time, the deputies came in, and so that's why they's thinking I'm snitching. But I mean, I don't know why I would do something like that. I mean, if I wanted to spy on people, I would do it from the top of the hill, from the bushes, from the shadows, and I wouldn't be wearing my regular clothes that everybody knows me by.
So what happened with Fox?
What happened with Fox? I feel like I only know half of it myself. But to describe it in the most basic of terms is I had a job with them. The job went well. Nobody got caught for it. I mean, it could have gone better, but just in terms of gains. Throughout the whole thing, I was being brought in at the last second. I wasn't being told what was going on. I wasn't being, I wasn't party to all the discussions around exactly what was happening. And I was frustrated with that. But afterwards, I got approached by Fox, and he claimed to me that people was knowing his name and that I had sold his dynamite recipe, which I hadn't. I haven't told a soul his dynamite recipe. I didn't tell anybody about him. Fox is the one who goes and tells his entire life story to you within the first 5 minutes of meeting you. I just don't know where he's getting this. Either way, he thinks Fox has thought I was snitching or doing something from the start. With no evidence. I mean, one job that went well. I don't understand where it's coming from. He started threatening me over it, saying that...
Oh, no, Fox knows how to make dynamite?
Yes. He gave the recipe to Jack to try and prevent there being a conflict between us. So that's the thing, is I pointed a gun in Fox's face because he was threatening me. He was threatening me, calling me a liar, calling me a snitch. Saying that he'd get to me if he found out that I had snitched, if he got proof of it, I guess. And that's when we split. And then he went and he made amends with Jack so that Jack wouldn't come after him. Gave him the dynamite recipe. And then later Waters tried to set me up with another job. And Fox showed up while we was having a conversation about it. And got angry. I tried to defuse the situation. He
What
just
did you
kept.
get angry about?
He just walked up to me and started calling me the same thing as if we'd never had any sort of reconciliation. You know, saying that I was a snitch, saying that every time I'm around, the law suddenly knows what they's up to. But I mean, I can't prove nothing. But I didn't do it. I just don't know. I mean, they're standing out in the middle of middle of the field near Emerald's Ranch. It's not like they've been that secretive. They've been seen going in and out of the Velvet Room down in Blackwater all the time. They've been seen going in and out of Van Horn, I'm sure. Just looking for someone to blame.
Interesting.
I think my biggest mistake was...
Is that a bison?
Yeah, there's one that hangs out here every once in a while. He's coming this way. This is Ace's.
Well, he better watch himself. All right, so Fox is talking up Stone.
Yeah, Fox never stops running his mouth, and I think that he's been telling a lot of people. And I mean, I did make a mistake. I did make a mistake that has worked very poorly in my favor, and I fully admit that is a mistake. And that was when Jack got his debt with Waters and dragged us all, or not with Waters, with Summers, and dragged us all into it, and I freaked out.
Slow down now. You're weaving all over the place because you're getting a little antsy.
Sorry.
And just let your horse rest and have a nice little, walk. Slow down. Take a breath. You're getting all uppity.
Well, lots been going on.
All right. Take a breath. Start again.
I was just saying that I did make mistakes, and that's... I got real drunk when I panicked when Jack took out a big debt and then immediately lost it all, and all the backup money that we had that would have put that debt to rest, and just kept doing that again and again. I panicked. I got drunk. I spoke about it in the bar. And so that gave Fox ammunition to tell everybody that I'm just going around telling everybody everybody's business. Even though I've never done anything that's hurt Fox. He has it out for me. I think that me drawing on him when he threatened me, he took as deeply insulting.
Did you intend to shoot the fella?
Not really,
Then why'd you draw?
because I thought that he was about to.
Did you intend to shoot the fella?
If he tried to draw, yes.
That wasn't the question.
I'm not quite sure what you mean. I don't want to shoot people, but if I have to, I will.
Yeah, that ain't the question either. If you're gonna draw your weapon, you better be intending to shoot it.
Maybe you're right, either way.
And all repercussions of that. So if you point your weapon at somebody, it's just as good as having shot at them.
Maybe I should have. I almost did. He told me to.
People die every day.
It's messy business, though.
What's that?
It's a messy business.
It ain't too messy. Just do it outside.
I think you know what I mean.
You got yourself in a right fuck situation.
Yeah. I said I'm doing all I can. I just can't get... I guess you haven't heard. I don't have some sort of bounty on my head, do I? It's just Jack. But since I'm an associate, I'm afraid that people like Waters' crew, Fox's crew, they're going to come try and pick me up and try to find out where Jack is.
Yeah, they is. They already probably killed Jake.
Yeah, I saw him being run out of town by the group of them.
Well, they tied him up, tortured him, cut him up for some information, they said, and then threw him off a cliff and shot his body up as it rolled down a mountain.
Okay. They did all that to him today or yesterday?
Yeah, today. Not too long ago.
No, I saw them pursuing him out of town. I can't afford to get caught by them if they're doing things like that.
I would say probably not.
No, Jay. A lot of people stop streaming because meta problems, but who knows? Could also be a computer problem. I don't know. So what do you think of all this? I'm sure you think that I'm stupid and I've made mistakes, but do you think it's true that I'm a rat?
I ain't sure. I don't think so, probably not. I'm walking around the bottom of some tower, who gives a shit?
I just hope that meeting with Summers actually does clear things up and it's not... I feel like there's the possibility that I could be used to lure Jack in if he hasn't been caught or found by then.
Well, that's always a possibility. Everybody knows he's sweet on you. To the point where he tried to draw on Reese Colton, right?
And that's why I begged for him to stay out of these situations. Because I knew that he'd make it worse. I was lucky with Reese Colton. He goes, oh, I shot Reese for doing, for doing what he did. And now he wants to work with me. Okay, it's not the way the world works, Jack. It's not the way most people work.
Well, I mean, I met my lady by robbing her in poker. People meet all kinds of ways, right?
I guess.
I took $100 from her.
Yeah, but that's just winning the game, right? Or did you actually rob her?
No, I was playing poker, but
Okay.
I'm a very good poker player.
Right. I'm not. So I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, you're right, fucked. If you're gonna get folks to believe you again, it's gonna be a long road ahead. You gotta figure out who's actually on your side.
Yeah, I don't really know.
And you're gonna have to prove to folks you can stand on your own for a bit.
It's so maddening. It's just one thing right after another that's completely out of my control. Jack had to go make it all worse yesterday. The day before, whenever he stabbed the barman.
Yeah.
I think it'll show a lot though, from my side, if I show up to that meeting on Sunday.
It might be your funeral. I don't know. Sobering thought, I know.
Going to it's got to be better than being hunted down, though.
You think being dead's being better than being hunted?
It's not what I mean. Except
I
that
take being hunted every day of the week over being dead.
it's not what I mean. I mean being hunted down. don't know.
Look, Holly, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'd say if I was you, I would be prepared for having to live a different kind of life if you're going to live.
What do you mean?
Well, I know you had aspirations of doing things, and let's say everything pans out and folks stop trying to kill you, right?
Right.
You might need to think about getting a job in, a tavern or something.
I ain't cut out for that sort of thing.
Well, until you can shake that jacket you got, I think you're gonna be hard pressed to find folks gonna work with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. But if it can all be cleared up, maybe.
Maybe, but
I mean, I got skills
I'm
that
just
everybody
telling you
wants
that you
right
should be
now.
prepared. Ain't nobody replaceable there, Holly.
I'm not saying that. Just... No, Grim.
I mean, God forbid somebody catches you and tries to find Jack and comes at your fingers, right? Because they know they're important to you.
Okay. I don't know what to do.
Right.
I just feel like I don't have any options, though.
Well, you got options.
What, run away?
Yeah, well,
Flee the state.
that's an option. Like I said, you got to figure out who's actually in your corner.
I haven't heard from Biggs in days.
And I'm gonna tell you this: survival it ain't about doing what you want to do. It's about doing what you have to do. You need to start being prepared to do whatever you need to do to survive, even if it ain't what you thought you was gonna be doing. Nothing lasts forever.
Maybe. Howdy.
Now, that's all doom and gloom, worst case, right? Who
Right.
knows, maybe everything doesn't go topsy-turvy. I ain't that lady with her little cards and crystal ball. I can't see the future.
I don't think anyone can. I know. I was sick for one day and I couldn't even get to Telegram Station and the whole world sets on fire.
Well, that's what happens when you tie your hitch to a madman.
I was trying to get away from it. That's the thing, is I've been, for lack of a better term, hitched up since the beginning and just trying to resolve the situation so I could get out of it. And I was right. The situation got resolved and I would have been in trouble then if I didn't help it get resolved.
I mean, I can tell you the one surefire way you can resolve everything, but you ain't gonna like hearing it.
What is it?
I think you already know the answer to that one.
Not sure. Unless you mean it's something like turning Jack over to the governor or...
Yeah, that's your surefire way.
I've
You'd have to have a real cold heart.
not only that, but I I disagree that that would necessarily fix it because they're gonna look at me then and say she's got no loyalty at all, and
They ain't gonna look at you that way. They want that man.
That much game is barely worth cooking.
Oh, that's you showing loyalty to them. There's a fast moving horse down there. You got any binoculars?
I do. Foxtrotter. Can't see who's on it though.
Roadster,
It was-
whitetail.
That was the Foxtrotter,
All right.
the amber champagne with the sort of grayish mane and tail. Couldn't see the fella on it though. Fox crews, they all got. Well, they have a horse like that, and then a couple of roadsters and tricolors.
Yeah.
I'd bought that horse I was riding just to stay a little bit under the radar too.
Well, that was a dumbass idea because that horse is slow as shit.
It sure outran them. They was right
Well,
behind me, and I got away from them. Those Morgans
they
are a lot
pulled
faster
off.
than they look. Yeah, that's why I rode into town, because I figured they wouldn't be so keen on charging into town chasing someone.
I just don't think they wanted to shoot.
I heard a shot behind me, and then I looked behind me and I saw some of them crash into each other. So,
Yeah, well, not everybody's skilled on a horse.
no, just, it worked out.
Like I said, that's probably your one surefire way, but you'd really have to have just a ice cube for a heart, I think, to go about it like that.
Yeah.
I don't think Kettleman's that bad of a person. He's just ungrateful.
It's just insane. Mad Mag, thanks for the follow. Yeah. And that's... I mean, he is loyal. Just in the worst way that you can imagine.
I don't know if that's true.
What do you mean?
Well, he ain't really loyal.
Well, to me, to Jay, I don't doubt for a second that if it had been Jay or Billy that this sort of thing was happening to, that he'd be reacting the same way. I think that he'd be reacting the same way.
Possibly. He's very finicky.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he would with y'all. Two of you, maybe Billy too.
He likes Billy because he knows Billy's got money. He wants to keep him in his corner. Even though
But you know, we done everything to help facilitate all his needs, right?
Sorry, say it again.
I said we've done everything to help facilitate his needs.
Oh, I'm quite aware. And he...
Hand him at a gold bar and watch him complain about how shiny it is.
No, I know. And that's... just another nail holding that door shut.
Well, it's
I'm
a
trying to stay away from him, and
it's a strange idea he's got in his head about where those loyalties lie between folks.
no, I mean, I was there the first time he disrespected Biggs and the help that he's providing, and then Billy told me what he did yesterday. So, Yeah, I couldn't. Nothing I say matters. He claims, you know, that he'll do whatever it takes for my honor or whatever it is that he's got in his head, but doesn't matter what I say. Oh, great, who's this?
Someone moving right quickly. Any idea who that was?
No, I didn't see her face. Looks kind of like the same horse that just went by. Just
It was.
I was sure it was a fella on it on the way up, but it could have been her, I guess.
It was the same horse, looks like.
I don't know, I guess I got till Sunday to think about things.
I don't envy you the situation you're in.
If I make it through it and stuff goes alright, maybe just laying low for a while will be enough for me to ease back in.
Well, that's why I
If
said
stuff
maybe
gets
go get a
cleared up.
job in a tavern, something. Get by.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I
Build
should
up some
never.
trust with some folks.
Maybe I should have never split from my father and brother. Just kept doing what I was doing with them. I don't know. Guess I could go looking for him again.
I don't personally think Kettleman's that bad. He's just,
A complete idiot. He keeps spitting in everyone's face. I know he's not, for lack of a better term, evil.
he has no
but
foresight. He doesn't put the road before the horse.
he has no shame. He has no fear. Both
He
things
puts
that
the
are.
horse before the road. You can't run like that.
It kills me because he will plan something so carefully, and then when it's stuff that really matters, he's just impulsive, and he just
He's not
acts.
impulsive. He's just selfish.
Well, that too.
He sees what's in front of him. Doesn't think about the consequence to others or how it impacts other folk.
That is when he threatened to shoot me, is when I brought up things that he's done that's affected me, and I said, it's not about what you're saying, it's about the fact that you's making it hard for me, making it hard for Billy. I hope that Billy can stay completely clear. I think that he's in a good situation where he's not gonna catch any shrapnel from this.
Well, we'll see what Billy does.
Oh, I think he's put his hands up and walking away, and I don't blame him.
I half expect him to back Jack's play.
What do you think Jack has planned now? I haven't spoken to him. He wanted to meet, but I don't know if I can or if I should.
Who's that?
Jack. I wanted to hear from his mouth what he did, but
Well,
I might have just messed up by telling him I know where Jack might be.
I think you'd be fine meeting Kettleman. I don't think he'd hurt you.
It's not so much that, it's just the risk of furthering any associations, or because again, it doesn't matter what I say, he just does what he wants.
So you don't meet somewhere public?
No, for sure. Absolutely not. I don't think I want to, though.
Why not?
I mean, what good can come of it?
We're at closure, if you want it.
Sorry, go on. I already told him that we was... Okay. Just can't get far enough out of the road for some of these people. I already told him that we was done. He even said to me, that he wasn't going to help me anymore. That he was going to leave the situation as it lay. And then he goes and he stabs the bartender.
Well, there's no more to it than that. He came down there to talk about you, but him and the bartender had a few words.
Yeah. That's what I've been told. That's what I've heard from Billy, anyway.
Well, I guess Billy's talked to Jack then.
Yeah, well, I mean... He gets telegrams out, even if he can't write them. Are you hunting Jack?
I don't give a shit about that whole bounty on him.
But what about the principals? What he's done against, well, your group?
Ain't me. Ain't my people. Not my pig, not my farm.
It's nice when you have the luxury to make that call.
Well, you work hard to put yourself in position to be able to do that.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's between him and Summers.
Oh, I meant more of what he's done with Biggs.
Well, that's just a lot of tough talk. I don't think we're going to get involved any more than we are. I think Summers going to take care of everything that needs to be handled.
I can sort of agree with that. If I was in his old position, I'd just sever ties and walk away and not offer any more help. It's not worth it.
I personally think we're just going to keep our family safe, keep our heads down.
Exactly. Better not get involved if you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he meant Summers isn't his people. He misunderstood what I meant. That's a fine. I guess it's just laying low for the next few days, because I don't think that I could do that. Trade Jack. At the same time, though, I fear that that's what someone's gonna ask if we do
He
speak.
is, I can guarantee it. I promise you end up going to that meeting, you're going to either, I think one of three things, right? You're going to die. You're going to be given an ultimatum. Or y'all just talking it out. One of those three things. Most likely, I think you'd be given an ultimatum.
We'll just probably bring Jack in. At that point, he could
Yeah,
just
or
use
you might get cursed.
and take the cars. Well, we're walking, Eric.
I don't believe in that bullshit. So
Yeah, neither do I. Maybe if I pretend like I'm real scared of it, though.
the curses. Bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, like I said, I take that. I mean, if I were to give Jack up,
And then those dangerous thoughts, if you're gonna have them, you best be prepared for the repercussions, right?
never wanted any of this in the first place. He's like here to play devil's advocate.
Come on now, get moving, will you?
Yeah, moving.
Now I know I may have brought it up, telling you that's probably your only safe option, but like I said, I think you'd have to be real cold to make that option.
I don't think I could be. At least I don't want to be.
Then again, when it comes to surviving,
Do what you have to.
well, there's some bridges you don't cross. Everybody figures out what their own are.
I feel like I'm still in a place where I'm figuring that out, but I know what I don't want it to be. Did you think that was someone you knew?
What's that?
Did you think that was someone you knew?
Oh, you know, people running on the road, moving quickly, rifle in their hands.
Yeah.
Never be too safe. Yeah, I don't envy you none. You got some tough decisions ahead.
That one woman that Summers cursed, that's the only thing you've heard about. You ever heard of anyone in my sort of position before?
Well, I know that the barman shot a fella in the face right there in that bar in front of about 10 people just for smarting off.
Right. At the same at the same time, what chance does Jack have? I mean,
Oh, Jack's pretty fucked.
He's getting his comeuppance no matter what happens.
Jack's pretty fucked. I don't know how he gets out of this.
So that being said, what difference does it make?
I think the only way Jack walks down this clean is if he kills all of Summers' gang, and
I think we
all
both
of
know
Waters and his
that's
folks.
not. It's not possible. I just don't. No, Elliot hasn't.
Because I don't see there being something that Gavin Summers going to want more than his hand.
Especially after what he's pulled. Yeah, I'm really messed up.
Yeah, you're right, fucked.
Cashew, go lay down.
Quiet, Orange Chew. Quiet.
Get him. Cashew. I should have checked my telegrams back at the ranch.
Well, that's real easy. Fix right there.
Yeah. Is he pointing as he rides? Not a target. You're not a target for me, and I made that clear to you. We were just trying to talk. Have you talked to the governor anymore? Okay. Huh. I got one from Waters.
Interesting.
He's claiming I'm not a target. They just wanted to talk to me. That's what they chased me down. Which, you know, all I can say to that is he had my telegram number, which he just used, so. I don't know if I can trust him, though. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I can't. We do have pictures
Waters?
of Cashew. Yeah.
There's about 2-3 people in the world I trust.
Yeah, I don't have many. To be real honest
Maybe
with
if
you.
that. I trust a lot of folks in my life, but like truly trust.
Yeah. I don't think I could turn on Jake. I'm just not that kind of person. I don't want to be that kind of person.
That's between you, yourself, and Jack. And, well, the good Lord above. I don't need to be involved in none of that.
It's not what I mean. I'm just thinking out loud here. just gonna.
I will say though, Miss Frost,
Yeah.
not to be the ever businessman, but this would be the perfect time for you to enlist in the services that myself, Mr. Biggs, and Mr. Monroe provide to folks in the crossing.
Oh, and what would that be?
Well, normally it's for folks who's running from the law, but you know, everything from needing to go into town to get supplies, bullets, to sending telegrams, setting up meetings.